Hi guys, welcome back to our drone channel, and as promised, here it comes, the list of my most expensive fails. Oh my goodness, it is always a shocking moment seeing your drone hitting the ground. But you know, there is a kind of saying, those who fly a lot will crash sometimes. And yes, in most of the cases, it's the pilot's fault. If you like what you see, then subscribe. Well, I thought it might be a bit boring just showing you the worst fails, so I made at least 3 categories in which I would show you my top 5. First, we have close misses and gap flights. Second, collisions without crashes. And for sure, last but not least, the hard crashes. And maybe I have one in extra for you, so keep it up. Okay, first footage with the DJI Mini 4 Pro this winter. Oh wow, very close call on the bushes, quite dangerous, and there's a tree in front of us. Oh whoa, that was also quite close. Okay, footage number 4 with the DJI Mini 3 Pro last year's summer in Spain, and there is that pretty big arc, but I was not 100% sure how much space is in between, so it was really a dangerous flight. I was standing more or less 30 to 40 meters away from that. And there's another cave, but I was too afraid to go in, so I just moved a little bit closer, but then stopped there. And that's pretty old footage with the DJI Mavic Pro, and we didn't think about the overhead electrical line when we turned left, and why this could be so dangerous I'm gonna show you later on in the video. And here comes the footage, which is in Bavaria, and it is not played backwards, I can tell you. It's a regular flight, and it is pretty close to the walls, and there it is. Well, here's my all-time high. It's with a DJI Mini 2, and it's straight through an old castle window, very tight, as you can see. This one with a DJI Mini 2, I didn't properly check the surrounding and started too low. I overlooked the branch and hit it. Alright, a nice practicing day with the Mini 3 Pro. Targeted a group of trees and saw the pretty long hanging branch too late. Tried to avoid a crash and flew around like that. I was sweating, I tell you. Number 3 was a great shooting day with beautiful riders and amazing light conditions. Flew backward without collision sensors active on the Mavic 3 Pro. The riders saw what I can't see it, so luckily I just cut the leaves. An old abandoned military camp. The idea was to fly into the garage. Well, it didn't work a lot, so I smashed into the door. I thought it was over, but the Mini 2 is amazingly robust. And my all-time high with lots of luck a few years ago at Lake Garda, Italy. DJI Mavic 2 zoom auto circling our position until a tree. Enjoy the fight between the drone and the tree. My heart is still racing. Don't ask me how it survived, but it did. Well, just broken prop blades. Number 5, DJI Mini 3 Pro flying around an old castle ruin. I tried to get the curve to the right, which first worked well, but the wind gusts were too strong, so I pushed the stick a bit too much to the right, ended up in the leaves of the bush. Nothing serious happened. Number 4, DJI Mini 2. We are back at the old abandoned military camp. Found that amazing lost bunker from the Cold War and thought it might be a good idea flying into that. So I did. I was walking directly behind the aircraft and decided to fly out of a window and then back in. Well, unfortunately there was that tree in the way, lost control and smashed in the wall. Well, nothing serious happened. Number 3, DJI Mini 3 Pro. Alright guys, that one is crazy. Got that mission from a local farmer to search his field for deer and chase them to the other field where it was safe. So no roads, no cars. As you see, the herd moved perfectly, just a bit more to the left and then through the trees until I missed the gap and ended up 10 meters above ground in the trees. I remembered it very well. It took me a while until I found it. Then I arrived. No ladder, no chance. I then looked for some sticks to throw and got some. Yeah, first throw, first hit, oh my goodness. But it just came down to end up in the next branch 6 meters above ground. So I kept throwing, second hit, and I caught it luckily in my arms. And guess what? Nothing serious happened, oh my goodness. Number 2, DJI Mini 2 tried to get a good flight through the castle door, missed the gap and hit the wall hard. Drone then smashed to the ground and my heart was racing. All prop blades and the top cover broke. Anyhow, after immediate change of the blades, it flew again. Mini 2 is a beast. By the way, if you want to know how I repaired the cover, click to the right corner. Repair costs 20 bucks. Number 1, DJI Mini 3 Pro. Don't wonder, the footage was destroyed together with the drone. That's why you should always keep the screen record running on your RC while flying. It was a beautiful kayaking day and I tried to get nice backboard flying footage while we had a break. Collision sensors were, as often in my case, switched off. Well, I underestimated somehow the height, touched the branches of a tree and the little bug fell into the river. Oh my goodness, blub, blub, blub. At the risk of my life, I jumped into the river and searched for the drone for about 20 minutes before I found it. But guess what? It was a total loss. I later sent it for repair and received a new one from DJI. Repair costs 150 bucks. So, what do we learn? Always fly with caution. And as promised, here comes one in extra, and let me tell you this, it's beyond stupidity. While I was flying a field just trying some functions on the DJI Mavic 2 Zoom, and I was not thinking of the effects of an electromagnetic field when I decided to fly a curve to get the drone back to me. Well, not sure if it touched the wire. Nevertheless, I think the field completely killed the electronics. I hardly remember, but I think the drone just fell down and the props didn't stop spinning. Also, that one is total loss. Don't try this. That's it. Hope you enjoyed my fails. What about yours? Drop me a comment below. Don't forget, keep smiling, life's too short. Smash that like button and sub the channel. Gonna catch you in the next video. See you. Bye bye.